Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Skald against the Black Priory. The last time we got shipwrecked on an island that we were trying to go to, so all in all, not too bad. And we met up with Cat, and we're gonna try to accomplish our mission, which is to find out what happened to this girl, our childhood friend, who went to this island and didn't tell anyone why. So, you know, it's sort of like the plot of The Wicker Man or something. I don't. Standing on the edge of the cliff is a crewman from the Zephyr, lucky enough to have made it to shore. The man is Swain and looks in shock. I saw it! By the dead, I just saw it out there! The thing that sunk us, it's still out there! The man begins jabbering incoherently. Oh, that's a bummer. But we need eggs, baby. Ooh, and flowers. Star spawn. That's... Dude, that cannot be the real name of a flower, because if that is star spawn is a flower that exists, I need to have some in my home. A finely wrought telescope used for astronomical observations. Its lenses are no doubt the product of some of the Empire's finest hylomancers and allows stars to be observed even in full daylight. Why do I feel like a strong Lovecraftian vibe from this? We've got flowers named Star Spawn, for one. I mean, that's pretty big. And then we've got Hylomancers that are interested in looking at stars during the day and stuff. I mean, I don't know. You look out upon the turning gray roil that surrounds the windswept shores of Idra. Far out there, among the great waves and beating winds, you swear you momentarily see a great glistening shape shifting just beneath the surface. Whatever madness has befallen this island, you are certainly safer here than on any ship out there. You point the telescope skywards, and after a few moments of searching, you find a gap where the stormy skies have parted just enough to allow you to examine the stars in their firmament. Yeah, this is not dangerous, I'm sure. Oh, hold on. Can't she? Oh, she can. No. We both only have a lower score of 1, so you have to have a... Okay, so you have to have a lore of 5 or higher to even do it. Okay, but we got rope. And some brandy, rations, astronomer's journal. Read the journal. The final entries appear to have been made only days before your arrival. Observed strange dancing lights in the sky, not unlike those sailors to the far south described near polar regions, yet somehow different. Colors indescribable, mesmerizing. For a fleeting moment, I even thought I heard a sound, somewhere between a deep wail and singing. Could not perform observations tonight. Charts or instruments are off, and I cannot make sense of the sky. There are bodies there, bodies that are alien to me. It must be some form of comet storm or some other extraordinary astronomical event that has not been predicted in the Imperial charts. They are wrong. I have done the calculations over and over, and I come to the same conclusion. The stars are wrong in so many ways. As I observed an alien cluster in the southeastern quadrant, it dawned on me with absolute certainty. I am not watching them. They are watching me. I dread to look again, yet I feel compelled to do so. They beckon me. I am certain that if I look again into that dreadful cluster in the southeastern quadrant, I shall be undone. Yet there are answers there, deeper and more profound than any mortal mind can comprehend. I believe I shall look again. I must. Yep, okay, we definitely got some Lovecraftian shit going on. Awesome. Okay, so we can camp there if we want. We can fix a rope, though, which nullifies the check. Nice. We could fix another rope. Or I just have to roll 3 or above on 2d6. Yeah, I'll take those odds. And draw steel. Now, if I want to change my target. Okay. Good. That's what I wanted to do. Easy. 125 XP and some hound ears. Of course. A body lies broken upon the ground. Though it has been gnawed by hounds, it seems clear that this person fell or jumped from the cliffs above. Oh god, the astronomer. Hey, onions! Well, things can't be too bad. I was already down here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I went all the way this way. Well, what else? If you've not already done so, this might be a good time to level up. The white cross on the character portrait indicates your character is ready to level up. Yes, I did that. Aha, a man. Oh. A lanky man with skin like sun-dried leather stares slack-jawed at you. He's dressed in rags and with a wide-brimmed hat and a large bundle of scraps slung over his shoulder. Do Basilo's eyes deceive him? More ghosts? Or did the sea spit you back out alive? Not many are that lucky. Your eyes fall on the crude spiked club that hangs in his belt. Who are you? Basilo makes his living picking at what the mother of maelstroms does not swallow, and it's been rich pickings as of late. Crates and barrels, and even the odd fleshy morsel. The man bears a row of blackened teeth and what you assume is a smile. Rich pickings. Listen here, Basilo has a proposal for you. The man smiles in greedy anticipation. Shore's bursting with bounty today. Man can make a fortune if he sets his mind to it. Better yet, no need for Basilo to risk his hide. You seem fit enough, and I've got coin. I'll buy whatever you bring me. Might even have a piece or two to sell if you're interested. Just beware them clippers. Clippers? Aye, crabs and critters and such. Growing large and strange this time of year. Get your leg in their clippers and they'll lob it right off, so you best be careful. But not to worry, Basilo's always given them the laugh, even when he was wee. Must have been just as big back then, though it doesn't really feel that way. The old man's brow furrowed. For a moment, he is lost in deep thought. Basilo will be warming his bones up at the old abandoned farmhouse right behind us. Find me there. Okay, we'll see. The man slinks off into the fog, heading north. As his form dissolves into the nothingness of the mist, you can hear him muttering to himself excitedly. Okay. People definitely be living here. A blood-curdling howl cuts through the fog. Whatever its source, it's not far away, and it sounds dangerous. Hey, pumpkins. To the last. I can't reach target. Okay. We also don't have that many arrows. crit for 3 damage? Come on now. Holy Light Mark of Heroism. I guess, yeah, buff myself. Out the ass. Crit. I've got no arrows left. Yeah, there's not much I can do. This is Garziel's fight. Fuck. Probably should have a melee weapon, huh? I guess let's equip... What is this if not an arrow? There you go. Miss! I buffed your ass! -1. Yeah, not many choices for weapons for her. Stop it. Stop it. Backstab. Oh yeah, flanking. That's good. Okay. Minor lay on hands. Cascade. Minor lay on hands. Back to full. All good. Paladin was a good choice. The small farm is overgrown and derelict, and it appears to be abandoned. At one point, you muse, this must have been a quaint place, a good spot to raise a family, perhaps. Suddenly, as if summoned by your very thoughts, the faint but unmistakable sound of a children's laughter is carried on the wind. The sound is oddly distorted with a strange, echoing quality, and for some reason it chills you to your bones. The sound is interrupted by a woman's cry of pain, or perhaps sorrow. Ghosts. Keep an eye out for beds or inns to rest in while adventuring. Doing so is superior to sleeping in the wild. Look at all those characters. Camp followers do not earn XP and never participate in combat. They will, for the most part, not engage in the narrative. Crafting. Can't make salted fish. What do I have? I've got pumpkins. I've got onions and eggs. Can we make an onion omelet? Farmer's omelet. This is not a valid recipe. Okay, I don't know what else we need for farmer's omelet. We don't got it. The chest ahead of you is wet and covered in seaweed. It also looks familiar. Instantly, you realize this is your luggage from the Zephyr. It had been stowed too well to get to during the mutiny, but by some miracle it made it to shore where it must have been salvaged. Better yet, the combination lock remains sound, meaning the content of the chest is likely still unmolested. You best not be getting any ideas with my property, little fishy! Basillo growls as he eyes you suspiciously. I think you mean my property. What old Mother Maelstrom saw fit to bequeath upon me, eyes keeps. Basillo's eyes narrow as he fiddles the strap of his club. Then again, that's not to say I mightn't be willing to make a deal with you. What did you have in mind? See, there's this man, a stargazer he is, came here a few days ago. Perched himself on that cliff right over there. Basillo points to the cliff that rises over the beach to the east. Thing is, he was carrying something I can hardly put into words. It's like a tube with glass in it that you use to look at the stars and such. A telescope? Aye, that's what he called it. Old Basillo would love to have it if you can get your way up to where he made camp. There's meaning in the stars, you see, old wisdom and such. And don't fret, Basillo saw big old fat crows circling near the camp. I'll bet Basillo's eye that the stargazer's dead and rotting, and his telescope's just waiting to be salvaged. 14 diplomacy. I'd have to roll 11 or 12 on 2d6. And I can't back out once I picked it. Fuck. Damn it, I rolled a 10. What you mean? That just because she made you live, now you're somehow entitled to Basilo's treasures? Fool! Basilo's the mother's chosen, not you. Now fuck off and get me that telescope if you want your bleeding box. I'll see what I can do. Alright, shouldn't be too difficult to get this. Okay, let's just go get it. Examine the southeastern quadrant of the sky. Training the telescope on the southeastern quadrant of the sky, your eyes are immediately drawn to what appears to be something akin to a small reddish cluster of stars. Though at first the tiny speck is hardly noticeable, it seems to grow larger as you regard it. At once you're struck with the terrible realization that as you are watching it, it is gazing back. Yeah, do not look at that. As you feel tendrils of something utterly alien grasping at your consciousness, you tear yourself away from the telescope in panic. You turn away from the accursed apparatus and decide to never again use it. Okay, but I will take it. Yeah, trust me, it's for the best. You don't want to look at that shit. Especially when you have a guy who wrote about looking at it, and then it's dead at the bottom of the cliffs. Okay, I have the telescope. As you hand the telescope over to the wreck picker, his eyes light up in a not wholly sane manner. "Chest's yours, little fish!" Basilo shouts over his shoulder as he rushes out into the yard with his new prize. 200 XP. Okay, we got a fine mace, scale mail, a tabard, and $100. Pretty nice shit. So the fine mace is, yeah, we got +1 accuracy, we got 1 to 6 damage. God, we were doing all that with just this dagger. Crit value's definitely lower, but still, overall, big upgrade. And then a scale mail, soak 5 versus 3, but is slightly more encumbering. And tabard, sure. Now we look proper. We look fucking proper. Look at us. Let's trade. Okay, he's got a crude longsword, which would do more damage than my mace, but at -1 accuracy. Well, you can also just steal stuff. Nice. Crude mace, crude short sword. 30 hunting arrows. That'll come in handy. And a shield. We definitely want that. So let's buy the shield. We have to buy these all individually. We're getting there. Alright. Some more rope, some thieves' tools. Probably should buy those. Lantern, some tonics, his gold, which we can just steal. What are we looking to sell here? Probably anything that says trinket can just be sold, I would imagine. Okay, but not reagents. We'll leave it at that. Okay. So, we want to equip our shield. Cat's gonna want her arrow. Okay. Probably she should have some armor on. And I think that's good enough. Sure. Okay. And we can keep poking around, I guess. A woman sits in the grass ahead of you, the well looming over her. She is emaciated, ragged, and covered in grime. How long has she been sitting here? Days? Weeks? She rocks back and forth, almost catatonic. Then suddenly you hear it again. The clear sound of playful children's laughter rises from the well. The woman wails. Potatoes? Don't mind if I do. Oh, and carrot, leeks. Oh yeah. Put that together. We got a stew going. The well seems ordinary enough until you examine it more closely. A thin layer of slimy black mold seems to cling to its walls, and a heavy odor of filth rises from its depths. You could swear you heard something splash around in the shallow waters. A ladder has been placed in the well shaft, and you could easily descend if you wanted to. God help us, we do. As you descend deeper into the earthy cave, you realize that the black mold covers most of the walls. Even the air is thick with floating black specks. Here and there, the mold seems to form nodules. Your mind fills with images of the nodules bursting open in an obscene mockery of birth and black, worm-like tendrils of mold spilling forth into the world. An irrational urge to touch the nodes begins to grow inside you. No, we will not. No, we'll not be doing that. Okay. So I have a lantern. Press T. There it is. Perhaps it's the thickness of the air, the sickly miasmas that fill this part of the cave, but stars flash before your eyes. Your mind is assaulted with images of alien landscapes. Cities? No, giant living structures, almost like the coral that the traders from the Seagate sometimes peddle, but large, so large it almost touches the sky. Then you see it. The structures themselves writhe with obscene life. Innumerable black worm-like tendrils of black mold cover them. They beckon you, give in to them, let them take hold. In the sky above you, something massive shifts. Carry on. Yeah, I had no idea, the game was Lovecraftian when I picked it up. You feel as if you're dragged under and into the crushing blackness to unfathomable depths. Stars flash before your eyes again, and you once more see the impossible landscapes. Cyclopean edifices of writhing black shapes. An age of worms. You understand now. This is not some alien dreamscape. This is Warda. This is home. And you? You are a high priest. The god regent of a perfect world. And now it is time. The sky sunders. Seven eyes see. It comes. Give yourself to it. Never. Just barely succeeded. Gathering all your willpower, you wrest back control of your faculties and forge ahead. On the wall ahead, you spot it. A festering ganglion of black ichor, with two small human skulls leering from it. The mass of glistening mold pulsates with a grotesque peristaltic motion as you approach it. Embedded in it is a collection of small animal bones. Nonetheless, you have no problems identifying two complete, small, human skeletons. Grab the bones. One by one, you pry loose the bones from the writhing of the ganglion. Its motions become more and more agitated as you work, and a wave of relief washes over you as the last piece comes loose. Now you must make your way out of this death trap. What is this over here? What is this over here? Great. The two diminutive shapes materialize as if from the very walls themselves. Bodies alive with writhing mold. Their blank, idiotic faces stare up at you in a grotesque imitation of life. Your blood runs cold as organs that should never shape human voices spill forth the sound of children laughing. A loud shriek escapes from the horrors, and in a maelstrom of writhing blackness, the two pathetic creatures reshape into lean forms that tower over you. They do not intend to let you leave. I feel like we should just fight them rather than escaping. I mean, if we escape, what did we really accomplish? Abominations. We'll go there. Critical hit. Can't reach target. Nice and tough. Backstab. Somehow. Easy. 178 XP and some rot mold. Yeah, put that in your bag. The woman rocks slowly back and forth as she stares blankly at the well in front of her. What has happened? It took them. Called out to them. I heard it. Funny thing is, I heard it calling with my voice. Oleg and Anja live in the well now. They're calling for me to join them. Can I help? It will never stop. It will multiply until it covers all the lands and all the seas, and when we are all dead in bones, the Conqueror mold will dress our corpses in black mourning veils. Nice. Her voice is flat and monotone, and the strange words almost seem to come from somewhere else. She then lets out a deep sigh. But if I had my children's bones to bury, it would give me some respite. A moment of silence, then the sickening sound of children's laughter once again rises from the well. Okay, did I not get the bones? Or was that the problem, is that I just then killed the bones? Doesn't seem to make any sense. I wonder if that's a bug. I wonder if that's a bug that I needed to talk to her first. Oh, no, never mind. I have your children's bones. Marita looks up at you and blinks as if waking from a dream. Without a word, she gingerly takes the small bundle of bones in her arms as if it was a swaddled infant. She cradles it for a moment and then looks up at you with grateful eyes. She gently strokes your cheek once and then turns and wanders into the fog. You set her free. Falling to your knees, you retch violently. It is from the Conqueror mold. If it is from the Conqueror mold or the emotional moment, you can't quite tell. Kneeling in the grass, you notice a satchel lying where Marita was kneeling. You get a feeling it was left there for you. Slowly, you regain your composure and get to your feet. Shambling away from the well, you suddenly stiffen. Did you just hear something? A child's voice, perhaps? Or was it just the wind? Gold ring, cure disease, her cookbook. Hey! Vegetable soup, potatoes, carrots, leeks. Farmer's omelet, 2 eggs, potatoes, onions. That's it, that's her cookbook. Okay. I don't know how to get into here. I don't know how much of this stuff we really need, but we want to sell this ring. And maybe buy some more rope. And that's probably all I care to do. Get some pumpkins. Okay, and let's cook. Vegetable soup. Food value 14. D6 plus 2. Okay, she should be crafting. And this has food value of 12. Okay, vegetable soup's the way to go. I assume it doesn't go bad, so... There you go, we'll just whip it all up. We got a lot of food. Level up cat. That's a level 3. Pierce armor. Full round, 2-turn cooldown. Executes an attack that is armor piercing. So, hiding in combat is an option. Might see, I don't know, actually. Piercing armor is probably better for right now. Until I have like a reliable way to get backstab damage, which I could hide in combat, but I don't know if that's really worth it. It's a whole turn to hide and then 1 turn to shoot. I don't know if that's a fair trade-off other than, I guess, saving on ammo. Okay, we definitely want cat fletching. I don't think we need to forage. Maybe training. I don't know what motivated does, but maybe that's what we should do. Okay. Go with that. Garziel failed and Cat failed. Wow. You guys suck. Oh god, it's nighttime. Oh, that's a lot worse. Should we just camp again? Do have a lot of food. It's fog, raining, and nighttime. This is not the life you want to live, man. Not when we got Lovecraftian horrors lurking about. Just fucking rest. And I don't think we need food, because doesn't that only matter to heal? Oh no, you won't do the activities either. Okay, I mean, yeah, if you just want to pass time, you don't need to eat, I guess. Okay, well, good old daylight. I spotted something. Crude war axe, warhammer, some gold. That's that. Okay. Eight or above. Oh god. Why is this so tough? There you go. Oh, that's cat. Okay, there we go. Up some items. Oh, thank you. Very descriptive. Just go off the map here? Oh, yeah. Emerging from the rocky shores, you survey the dreary interiors of Idra. Rolling hills and moors cover much of the surrounding areas, and tall, jagged mountains rise towards the north. East of you, a lighthouse can be seen, its faint light flickering against the gloom. Beyond that lies a bay, and from its far shore the wind carries the foul stench of burning corpses. There's something wrong here on this island. Something really bad. Cat suppresses a shiver. You came here for a reason. With mercenaries and all. Had to have been something important. I was hired to find somebody. Cat listens intently as you tell her about your quest to find Emila Baron. Girl's lucky to have family care for her, Cat mumbles. So the old man told you she was last seen in Horan, right? Well, I've been to Horan. Landed there on our last run. I could tell something felt off about the place, but nothing like this. Here's how I see it. Horan isn't far, just a day's march to the east around the bay. However, I think we need to be all clever-like about this. Make sure we rearm and maybe even try to pick up a few allies. If we rush in and end up dead, we're not doing this Embla any good's what I'm trying to say. So we should explore around a bit, right? Gather a bit of intelligence and whatnot. Yeah, that sounds sensible. Yeah, just like that. See over there? Lighthouse is still lit, so it's bound to be manned. If we make our way there, we might find out more about what's going on. Might even scrounge up a hot meal. Any other suggestions? She looks around. I suppose any other survivors and wreckage from the Zephyr would be washed up on shore northwest of where we landed, right? Might be worth the look-see. Okay, let's head out then. As you set out across the blasted landscape, you have a growing feeling that whatever horrific fate has befallen this region, it's somehow inexorably tied to your quest. Something dark and vast is slowly spreading throughout the outer isles, tentacles grasping greedily as if searching for something. Great adventures may lie ahead, but so does great terror. Of that, you are absolutely certain. So exciting. Okay, so this is definitely where we just came from. Yeah, okay. Just wonder if there's random encounters or something. You see a figure thrashing violently at something obscured by the low fog. Whatever this person is doing, it's producing loud, crunching, wet squelches and a stream of curses. You see the scene for what it is. Roland, soaked through and spattered with ichor, is laying waste to a number of grotesque-looking creatures with a piece of driftwood. He snarls like a wounded beast, and his eyes are black with rage. As the last of the horrid beast falls twitching back into the shallows, Roland snaps his gaze to you, dead eyes staring at some distant point on the horizon behind you. Eventually, the tension drains from his muscles, and he lowers his makeshift weapon. Thought I was carrying, they did. I nearly was. I didn't think you'd make it. Seems I've got a few lives left in me, for all they're worth. Roland sighs deeply and slumps down onto a nearby rock. You tried to save me, you bloody idiot. The mission needs you. Ha! Spoken like a true mercenary. There might be hope for one of us after all. Well, now there's work to be done. As you say, but heed this. If you want to survive, you need to drop the bloody heroics. This business makes your hands dirty, and nothing gets them clean again. Trust me on that. Speaking of which, I suppose I still work for you. We should get going. Alright, I'm counting on you. Roland nods solemnly, brushes a sticky glob of ichor off his arm, and trudges over to you. His lips part as if to speak, but he hesitates. Let's just go. Roland does not seem to hear you. Instead, he is staring intently ahead. There are men in the fog. I thought I heard them earlier. I'm certain they're not from the Zephyr, and I'd wager they're less than friendly. I don't care if you're itching for a fight or not, but either way, we should tread carefully. Straining to see through the dense fog, you finally spot them. Okay. Something slightly comical about it, I don't know. A group of men prowling the shoreline like carrion eaters looking for dead flesh. They are unkempt and dressed in rags with bare torsos and broad shoulders, adorned by a strange mixture of sailors' tattoos and crude symbols. They carry an assortment of cruel-looking, rusted tools turned to weapons. Gibbering chatter, laughter, and whimpering drifts across the fog in a steady stream. Whoever these men are, their minds are long gone. You sit still until a group of them passes you by. Perhaps you might be able to slip past them. Okay, let's leave quietly. Alright, so we got Roland. Let's level him up. Plus 10 vitality. Damn. Okay, yeah, so we got him bred for war. He's got 6 points. He could go all the way to second wind. Which will heal him. It's a magical ability. That's kind of interesting. You'd think they'd just be physical. We could go all in on charging. Grab not today. First time you take wound hit point damage, each combat, you automatically regain 12 to 18 vitality hit points. That's pretty good, I think. Is that worth 3 of my points, though? Probably. He doesn't have that many other things to put into. Toughness, I suppose. Charging stuff. Plus 2% crit chance. Ooh, multi-attack. 1 extra attack per turn. That is a huge DPS buff. Okay, we need to invest in that then. I think we probably only need 1 point into this to unlock that, so let's leave it at that. And we could wait, but it's not really a good idea. We'll grab not today. I think that's pretty good. And then increase toughness or increase light armor use. Reduce the encumbrance of the armor. Yeah, that's probably pretty important. We'll save 1 point just for a rainy day. Okay, oh, he has another level up. He's got his two-hander, we want to stick with that. And he's got studded leather armor, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty set. We don't really need butts. Oh, it's probably gonna leave that symbol there until I spend his last point. Oh well. We'll live with that. Oh. Overworld combat. Okay. For some reason I thought the scale was... I don't know. That's fine. That's a lot of enemies, though. For sure. Guess he'll just defend. She'll fire. Uh-oh. 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 We've alerted everybody. Crit. Dude, he's getting his ass handed. How is that not a kill? Fuck. Fuck. I don't think she can really go toe-to-toe with this guy. But what else have I got? Okay, maybe she can do okay. I really should heal, though. Nice. Cascade. Ow, ow, ow. Crit. Getting a little bloody. Garziel is down. I don't know what exactly that means. Cat's getting worse. Nice. Jesus, that was rough. 545 XP, though. Okay, Garziel is not good. We probably need to camp. Rough camp. Yeah, you got that right. Roland is not good at many things. Okay, we recovered fully. Thank God for that. It is nighttime. Okay, so, oh yeah, okay, so it did change the scale. Right. Alright, I guess let's go to the lighthouse. At night. An ancient lighthouse rises steeply from the bluffs ahead of you. The beacon is still lit, though it flickers weakly. A sinewy, armored woman with a shield slung on her back and a broadsword at her side stands by a small campfire. She's grunting and cursing under her breath as she clumsily tries to bind a wound on her arm. Dried blood and mud cakes her face and armor, and she looks haggard. She freezes as she sees you emerge from the fog. A suspicious frown falls over her face. "Let me help you!" "No need," she growls as she finishes the tourniquet using her good arm and teeth. "Bless you for offering, but I can manage. I would kill for some water, though." Offer her a drink. "Thank you. Name's Carilla. Used to call myself captain of our little mercenary company. Some rich trader from Adler's paid us well to come here and look for the Fury. Things went to shit quickly. I've been losing my crew one by one. Nillis and Peter got their coins yesterday, torn to pieces by those fucking hounds. Just me now." "What's the Fury?" "What? Never heard of the Santa Fury? She was an Umbarian treasure ship, they say. Disappeared around 40 cycles ago, and it said she was laden heavy when she went. People have been looking for her ever since. Me, I never put any stock in the legend. Sailor's tale. But then this rich fop from Adler's up and offered to pay me and my company to go here and look for it. Well, easy money, we thought. Idra's not huge, and according to the trader, rumor had it she lay on dry land near the lighthouse. And there's only one lighthouse on Idra, see? So it sounded easy enough. No reason to expect any bloodshed, either. Idra used to be nice, peaceful. Our steel was mostly in case we did find it and needed to guard any treasure. Needless to say, that's not how it went. You didn't find anything? Not a scrap. We searched every inch of this island, and let me tell you, the Santa Fury's not here. It bloody can't be. A fucking ship on dry land, and near the lighthouse nonetheless? It does not exist. Mind if I give it a go? I would hate to see you spill your guts on this bloody island looking for some ghost ship. Then again, you might have better luck than me and my... Carilla stops briefly, and her eyes water up. Just be careful. Idra's not peaceful anymore, and I suspect there are things out in the mist far worse than the hounds. What happened here? Honestly, I don't know where to start. There were lights in the sky, flashes and orbs, some over Horrend and others over the island's interior. Minor quakes even. And then things went real bad. People lost their minds, and animals started changing. What terrifies me is I can't even tell you how long that was ago. Days? Weeks? Her voice rises in an anxious tone. I just need to get away from here. Off this fucking rock. What will you do now? I'll try to make my way east, around the bay. Maybe there are larger groups of survivors there, and perhaps even someone with a way of getting away from here. Good luck. If you ever find that bloody treasure, buy me a drink next time we run into each other. Priory packs up her gear and begins to carefully make her way through the mist until she's gone. In the middle of the night... Hey, a shovel! Hiding along the cliffs is a lone surviving member of the Zephyr crew. Dead emperors! They killed them all! Stabbed old Nino right in the throat! We need to find somewhere to hide. Yeah, dude. Sure. Red man. Umbarian wine. Thieves' tools. And combat. Blood will flow. Alright, he wants to get a good charge, though. Nice. Backstab. Let's not waste arrows. Easy. 111 XP. Don't really have a frame of reference for how much that is at this point. 243 XP to go. Oh, okay. Decent amount. Uh-huh. Just roaming the wilds at night. You know. You know how we do it. Let me get my word loaf. 6 or above on an athletics skill check. Rolling 3 or above. Easy money. Boom. Oh, there was a cave down there. Yeah, he's rolling, handling all athletics. That's what he's good at. See what I'm saying, though, about specializing? Go in the back door. They never expect that. Look at this. Nice stuff. Aha. As you enter the lighthouse gallery, a haggard face peers out at you from the gloom. Moving closer, you see it belongs to an old man who clutches a makeshift spear tightly to his chest. Somehow he looks both fearful yet greatly relieved to see you. Mother of maelstroms, the man croaks. Who are ye then? Who did I summon? Come, sit. You must be weary. Sit. Sit. The man gestures frantically to a battered chair in the corner. I was shipwrecked here by something foul. There are all manner of beasts in the deep oceans of our world, but never have I seen anything like this. A horror from beyond the natural it was, that pulled down that ship. I saw it all from my tower, I did, though I wish I did not have to bear such a sight. I can hardly believe that anyone could survive such a nightmare. I did. How then did the tides release you, when so many others were claimed? The keeper leans in and fixes you with an unwavering gaze. Are you blessed? Or perhaps cursed is more like it. Cursed? How so? Something foul is growing on Idra. A taint on the land. There are lights. Lights as you've never seen, like those sailors from the high north talk of. But the colors, it's like they bleed into your very dreams. If you can manage to sleep, that is. It got to the animals first, though. Warped them in both mind and body. Made them cruel and dangerous. I ain't never seen nothing like it. It's unnatural, I tell you. But worse still, Horan is dead as a tomb. Was a right bedlam of cries and screams 2 days ago. Then nothing. Not as much as a lit candle at night. Only the deep itself knows the truth of these happenings. But I can tell you this. The island is doomed. The sea itself will rise to claim us. I need some information. Yes, anything you may ask. We're safe as can be here. The old man seems eager at the prospect of conversation. Ask about the Santa Fury. I can't say I've ever heard about a ship by that name. And let me tell you, I've worked this lighthouse for a man's age, and I'll say this much. There's no ship to be found aground here as far as I know. How long have you been alone? Mathis seems troubled by the questions and shifts uncomfortably. Had an assistant. Casper. Went mad. Went mad, the fool did. Had a head full of grand ideas, and I kept telling him, this here's a place for the quiet mind. Threw himself from the tower. Found him broken on the cliffs. I can't be blamed. Matthias's jaw quivers and his eyes water over. Matthias begins sobbing. I should have known. Gotten him off this rock. When he started talking about the cave and something about a blade calling him, I should have known. I could have saved him, but I couldn't bear the thought of being alone again. The silence is unbearable. Ask about the cave and blade. He would babble about the cave underneath here for hours. I'd tell him those were smugglers' caves and that he was to leave them alone. Smugglers keep to themselves, but no telling what they'll do if you bother them. As to the blade he talked about, that must have been the ravings of a madman, a soul lost to drink and loneliness. Oh, poor boy. Matthias wipes his eyes and exhales wearily. Then again, what if it is down there? The black blade, hidden in some ancient recess, glistening in the dark. Matthias's gaze grows distant for a moment. If it is, we needs to retrieve the blasted thing and destroy it. And that's where I come in? Aye. Would you help an old man set things right? I'll make it worth your while. Find that black blade and bring it here. I needs to see the thing that took Casper at least once before we destroy it. The entrance to the cave lies in the gully underneath the broken bridge. Be careful. You mentioned smugglers. Idra's thick with them, carrying wares to the mainland for the Freithen. Islands riddled with caves, and they use them to store their contraband and whatnot. But they keep to themselves, and I want no trouble, so I let them be. Tell me about Horan. Horan went dark, about the same time the animals ran amok. There was smoke on the wind, and screams, too. I could swear it. It sounded like battle, or perhaps slaughter is more like it. But I think there was a camp of sorts just north of town. Ragged tents and such. Survivors, perhaps? I thought about going there to see for myself, but I changed my mind. The old man hangs his head dejectedly before continuing in a whisper. Safer here, tending to the light. Yeah, you're a fool to go. There's nothing beyond the light but despair and... The old man sighs. But I'll be here waiting here for you. For when you return, as I must. Alright, well, at least he's not, sane, I guess. Oh, there's Casper's journal. Potion of cure disease recipe. Good camp here. Hanging on the wall, you see a dramatic but not particularly artful painting of a ship with torn sails caught in a terrible storm. Your mind wanders to the Zephyr and its grisly fate. You shudder. Leaning in, you notice that there's a name painted on the side of the ship. The Santa Fury. Fury. Could this be it? Is this what the rumor that the Santa Fury could be found near the lighthouse on Idra meant? Examining the painting more carefully reveals nothing. Not until you turn it over. Written in faint lettering in the lower left corner of the painting's backside, you can clearly make out a poem of sorts. From the center of the three, the Santa Fury made her flight, setting out to hide her booty all within the lighthouse's sight. 2 leagues south began her trip, 5 east, the captain cried. 4 more north, our valiant ship, our plunder we shall hide. Land ahoy, went up the roar. We'll lay our treasure there. Into the rising sun, 3 more. Then dig and have no fear. You hastily take down the poem in your journal. Excitement washes over you as you realize that you may in fact be on the trail of something more than an old sailor's tale. If you can make sense of the poem, that is. Yeah, we might be able to figure that out. Alchemist tool. Do we have to actually read the recipe? Yep. Glowman rat tail star spawn. No, we don't have any rat tail. Shame. Right here chanting up ahead? Oh god. Why is there a shrine to fucking Azathoth in the basement? Creeping through the moldy lighthouse cellar, you round a corner and stop dead in your tracks. Rising up through the core of the tower is a grotesque-looking metallic monstrosity. The strangely organic shapes and odd geometry seem to writhe in the dim light, and the burnished silver coating casts a ghostly reflection on the walls. Reticular. Oh, okay. For all its alienness, you still recognize the arcane machinery. An ancient imperial reticular node. You suspect this lighthouse was once fueled by reticular energy and that this machine was part of its operation. The stillness and layer of dust, however, tells you that it's long since fallen into disrepair, and that the lighthouse is likely now fueled by common oil. As you stand there, beholding the strange machine, you become aware of the scraping of tiny claws in the darkness, then chittering. As you reach for your weapon, the strange harmonics of the chittering converge, and for the briefest of moments you could have sworn you heard words form. Half a dozen beasts launch at you from the dark corners of the room, with fangs bared. Yeah, that's a problem, for sure. God, move right up in her. I don't know what Inspired does. Fuck. Mark of Heroism, Heroic Inspiration. I don't remember. Holy sh! Sent it across the room! Oh god, why are we missing so much? Great. She's diseased. Can we kill something? Thank you, Roland. Fuck. We should be flanking or something. Excessive move cost, though. Minor lay on hands on yourself. Why is that using my whole action now? My whole turn. Oh, because I didn't get Cascade. There you go. Boom. Nice. Nice. Okay. Well, disease, but we did level up, so that's good. And we got the rat tails we needed. Could be worse. Should we try to pick it? I mean, Roland could just bash it open. there has to be some downside to bashing it open, because otherwise why would you ever pick a lock? I guess maybe some locks are really hard to bash open. But I don't know. Let's try picking it, because we haven't done that. Alright, we got it. Couple potions. Okay, well, certainly freaky little thing. Alright, good. Consume. 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 Excellent. And now we can level up as well. Level 4! Plus 4 vitality, plus 4 attunement. And we can take Body Magic Expert. Ooh. Well, we can't take it yet, but we can invest in it. Or we could get Thrust and Parry. Execute an attack and get Defending until end of combat. Pretty good. Pretty damn good. But he does need to be tankier. He takes a fuck ton of damage, so I feel like we can't invest into that. Even though, yeah, but that has a cooldown. But this says defending lasts until end of combat, which seems really surprising. But I think overall getting some increased vitality is a way to go. Oh, gosh, choices to be made, you know? I'm just going to put 2 points into this. Fine. Okay, and, Roland saw 661 XP to go. She has 713 XP to go. So it was just Garziel, who now has 2,400 XP to go. Alright, well, I'm gonna leave it off here. Exciting stuff. We're getting into some real Lovecraftian shit, which is great. Very, very pleasant game so far. So yeah, next time we'll head down into those caves and get the Black Blade and maybe destroy it or maybe use it. Who knows? For now, though, my name is Mangg. Game watching has been Skald against the Black Priory. I'll see you fine folks in the next part.